Oh, good morning. I love it when I see my guest backstage doing all this stuff to the theme tune. I absolutely love it. Good morning. You are watching Kwak TV because why watch crap TV? We can watch Kwak TV. Well, me, Cal McKay. Can you tell I just put my ring light on because that was a big glow up. How are we? It is Tuesday, 23rd, nearly at the end of March. How the fuck has that happened? Don't have a clue. So if you are watching live, please jump in the comments and say good morning to me. And if you are watching on replay, please put hashtag replay. And also remember, you can catch every single replay on my YouTube channel. I will keep saying that until you all get it. Every single one. I knew she would. I knew she would. Good morning, Becky Cooper. I think I'm going to be speaking to you in a minute. So yes, actually, Becky, since you sat there, share it far and wide from my Facebook page. There we go. So my guest today, if you couldn't guess, yeah, that's right, is Becky Cooper. I'll be bringing on very, very shortly. Good morning, Linda Goodson, the newest member of Kwak Academy, which I will dive into very, very shortly. So yes, it is Tuesday, and I've had such a busy start to the week already. As I mentioned yesterday, I have launched Kwak Academy, which is your business support for the same price as a Netflix subscription. And also my guest today has also been on it. We didn't plan that. It just kind of happened. So yes, make sure that you go and get in Kwak Academy when I bring up the relevant banner. Go and check it out. It's literally on quacktalks.com. And you can find it there. It's right at the very top. Click Kwak Academy. It'll tell you everything. And it's so, so simple. Please go and check it out because it's bloody fabulous. And I'm excited. And I want people to be part of the first 100 that I'm starting. That as the thing for it. Be the first 100. So I'll stop waffling on about that. Hope we are all well. We've had a couple more good mornings. Good morning, Facebook user. I don't know who you are. So either drop your name in for me or click more at the top and click approved by StreamYard or just drop your name in. That's what we like to see. Good morning, Dominic Fenton, the activity connector. I've got to do it like that every single time. And I think I say that after every single time I do it, honestly. So with no further ado, because today's show is going to be a little bit shorter. So today, we got days of the year. Every day I do a different day of the year. Ooh. I don't know why for some reason, but I feel like my guest might appreciate this. So today is Melba Toast Day. Yeah, she did appreciate that. I saw the face. So today is Melba Toast Day. Yep. It is also Puppy Day. Oh. Oh. Well, I know yesterday was Gryffindor Pride Day, but today is Ravenclaw Pride Day. It is also Chip and Dip Day, and it is also Atheist Day. Okay. We'll go with that. Why not? Other spiritualities are available. Just saying. I know it's not a spirituality. Let's not dive into it. Becky Slytherin. Really? But pate on Melba Toast. Oh, it's Tony with an I, Jackson. Hope you are well, my lovely. I hope it's Tony. Or it's Tony Carver. I know a lot of Tonys with an I. Why do I know so many Tonys? Anyway, if you are watching this on replay, go and stalk all these people. And then today, your Twitter hashtags are as follows. It is, it's also National Day of Reflection, as it is the anniversary of the first lockdown. So I know I personally really try and not touch on lockdown or COVID or anything on this show, but it is the anniversary of the very, very first lockdown in the UK. So think back on 12 months. What's changed? My business has completely changed dynamics. Like, completely. It's unreal. I would not be doing this. So it is National Day of Reflection. And look down on that. There's also a trending hashtag lockdown anniversary. These don't have to be doom and gloom. You can use these and share your wins, your good things of the year. It is also hashtag Tuesday vibe. It is also hashtag Tuesday thoughts. It is also hashtag Tuesday motivations. But today the main hashtags are to do with lockdown, such as hashtag 1 year on, hashtag 1 year later, hashtag lockdown anniversary, hashtag National Day of Reflection, hashtag Tuesday vibe, hashtag Tuesday thoughts, hashtag Tuesday motivations. That was a lot of essays for someone slightly over short tongue. Tony Carver, I did get it. Sorry, just saw that. I knew it would be one Tony and I that I know. Good morning, Tony Carver. Hope you are well, my lovely. So with no further ado, today's guest is, I've already had her on the show. Right. First, I'm going to say that. I've already had her on the show. But she's one of these people that every now and again just goes, oh yeah, I still like, no, she doesn't. She makes sure you know she exists because she is very much like that. So with no further ado, I hope my guest is ready. Good morning, Becky Cooper.
Hello, Callum. It's me.
How are you?
I'm good. Really good, actually. I've woken up feeling like a new person today, so buzzing to get started.
Oh,
and when I say get started, it's Tuesday, so it is my day off, but I'm going to read
Why
everything.
do you do these things? I forgot it was me for a second. I forgot it was me for a second. God, at
I
least
was
know
just
you watch.
enjoying it.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So, Becky, just in case people don't know who you are and what you do, in a nutshell, who are you and what do you do?
I'm Becky from Blackpool, and I'm the Buffalo bookkeeper. So we are changing the bookkeeping world. We're trying to make it more personal, more friendly, and more affordable for everybody. So,
Right, so let's get the elephant out of the room. Right, I've probably touched on a couple of these last time, but why Buffalo?
Buffalo, because of Bob Marley's Buffalo Soldier, and also because buffaloes were highly respected in their time.
Oh.
They're very, very protective of their peers and friends.
And let's be honest, you can also get like buffalo vodka and buffalo whiskey, or buffalo bourbon, whichever one it is.
And buffalo ears for dogs, as Caroline found out.
Oh, wow. Yeah, the network driver and also networking rebel, finding out many, many things.
Yes.
So, yes, it's fabulous. But I know that you're all about keeping the client first. Because obviously, you know, it's not just you doing this, but it's very important to you. But there's a lot of bigger accounting firms, or even the odd accountant, you know, and I know you're a bookkeeper, but there's also, because a lot of the time accountancy firms may offer bookkeeping as well as an added service.
100%.
100%. But for me, there's a lot of the time that lack of personal touch. You know, you are essentially another number on a sheet. You know, that's what it is. And I know that's what you hated, which is why you went self-employed.
Yes. So I always
really
work for bigger firms. So
you're back now. You crashed then. I don't know if that was me
I'm
or you.
sorry.
It's okay. You're back. But yes.
I think it must be me.
Hi. Good morning, Cara Wood. So yes, it's why is it so important to you?
So I've worked at several firms over the last 8 years in Lancashire, and you know, I've worked for some great places, I've worked for some good places, I've worked for some not so good places, but the one thing that's in common is they've all got a lot of clients. So I've worked for some that have a few hundred clients where there's a more personal service, but I've also worked for companies where there's tens of thousands of clients, and someone's phoning up and you've no idea who the person at the other end of the phone is. Whereas when I've worked at the smaller firms and you've had that more personal service, I've just preferred that because you can actually be more proactive than reactive with the service you're providing. I know I'm good, aren't I? But but yeah, so I capped my number of clients that I can deal with, at least until, for example, in the future I end up getting apprentices or something, so that I can still provide that personal service. And it's nice to be able to actually pick up the phone and have a chat with someone like you know them in person, because I actually do. So it's much better.
Exactly. And, you know, it's also one of them things where people could also ring you and just be like, look, I don't know what's really going on. What's your thoughts after overlooking what's going, you know, what's kind of happening? And you can also offer that part of advice or that little bit of an opinion or you know, nugget of wisdom, and that's what it's for. But then obviously, some people might go, well, I've got an accountant. Why do I need a bookkeeper? Or like, do I need a bookkeeper?
Not everybody needs a bookkeeper. So I will always have a chat with people, first of all, to see whether, first of all, we're a good fit for them, because we're not the right fit for everybody. Well, I'm not the right fit for everybody, I should say. And also just to see if that's something that they want or need, because sometimes people want a bookkeeper that don't necessarily need one because they just genuinely don't want to spend the time doing that. They'd rather be spending time working on the business. So that makes sense for them. You know, we can keep that low cost to bear that in mind. But bigger businesses, people with any employees and things, that becomes really, really encompassing. So to have that stress hanging over you that there might be a mistake in there, or you might be missing something that you could claim, and you know, throwing money out the window. It's good to have that because you've got a second pair of eyes on it, and I think a second pair of eyes on anything is absolutely necessary, like when you're running a business.
Yeah, you know, it's kind of where like people like myself come in. But you know, with Cara on the call as well, obviously she's director. I like the fact I can say that for her, director of an accountancy firm. But what I see a lot of resemblance in their way and their ethics and the way they work compared to, you know, with yourself. And they're very, very similar in the fact of, you know, you're both great for a business that can't afford an in-house accountant or in-house finance department, quote. So it's also great for that, but like you're saying, it's that fresh pair of eyes to look in your business.
Yeah.
But what is the best tip you could give to someone from a bookkeeper? What is the best tip?
Just keeping things separate. like is the main thing. So I've spoken to quite a few people lately in one-to-ones that don't have a business bank account. So obviously, because there's a lot of like sole traders and networking and things, and they're using their main bank account to do absolutely everything, and then they've got absolutely no way of seeing where they're at with the business financially, because you can't really separate very easily without going through absolutely everything very, very regularly. Whereas if you keep things separate,
Yeah.
then it's much easier to keep at a glance. So it's just keeping records, or if you don't want to keep records, have someone keep the records for you, and just keeping your business separate from your personal, same as you would in any aspect of life.
Love it. So obviously you want an apprentice.
I
Why?
do,
First of all, why do you want an apprentice?
because Becky Cooper was an apprentice back in 2013, and it took me a long time to get into accounting. It's something that I really wanted, but it took me 8 months, I think it was, to find a job, and I had applied for every firm within about 15 miles of me, and I didn't drive, so I was just applying. But it's really hard to get your foot in the door when you've not had that experience. And for me, the opportunity I was given was with a company that was absolutely fantastic for training. They really, really helped me to grow my career, grow my personal growth as well. They really invested in people, and I just kind of want to give that back to someone who is struggling to get their foot in the door, especially at the minute when it's really hard to get a job if you're, just out of school and everywhere's in lockdown. So
No, and obviously, because we work together, I know how important having that apprentice is to you. But
yeah.
why? Here we go. Why have you gone self-employed then, since you got the job as an apprentice? Normally, a lot of people, most of the time, may stick with that firm or stick with, I'll say, a muggle job or 9-to-5 job with a firm or smaller business in what they're an apprentice of. Because obviously you're grateful for being an apprentice because it's got you to where you are now. But why did you end up going self-employed?
It was the same as with the personal service, but also I'm quite particular with how I like to do things. I like to be like really high on the tech side, because I'm not just a bookkeeper at the end of the day. I've got like other skills that do really complement what I do. So having the tech side, it's great to actually be able to make my own decisions on what systems we're using, how we can be better, how we can improve processes. It's just really boring stuff like that. So it's great for me to make those decisions. So before, I've been working for companies, like every time I've gone, I've been basically whipping them into shape, getting them onto new systems, migrating software, all that kind of stuff. But it's constantly waiting on someone else's green light. And it's great to be able to do that for myself and see where I can take it, because I've already seen where I can take it with someone else's firm. But what I've not seen is where I can take it for myself. Like, who knows where this will be in 12 months' time, 5 years' time. Like, it could genuinely be pretty awesome. So,
and how does it feel now thinking all that, right? I obviously know, because I get the odd text saying, I've got a new client, I've got a new client, I've got a new client. Like, how does that feel?
Awesome. Genuinely amazing, especially when I've not gone out to seek that client. That's the mad bit for me. Like, I still don't think everything's fully sunk in, because it has only been 4 months. But just knowing that, people are actually out there recommending me, talking about Buffalo, it's not just with me anymore. Like, it's actually out there.
Yeah.
And that's just crazy. So the fact that people are trusting me and coming to me just genuinely makes me feel really good.
See, I love that. And obviously, you're using a lot of people into your business. Obviously, like you're saying, you're quite new. So you've got a graphic designer, you've got a copywriter, you're using a lot of people. What I love is you're using a mixture of new business owners, maybe not so busy business owners just because of the current climate. I'd like to say a good mixture of possibly a younger variety over an older variety to help them out
Definitely.
a bit more. And, to me personally, that's so, so important. Like, I'm a massive believer in that. I'm a big believer in obviously helping everyone. But a lot of the time, I'm only 25. How old are you again? 27?
24. 27.
So 24. And, it's great because we've got people possibly slightly bit younger, if not slightly bit older, if not the same age, that have all kind of gone through this journey or going through it now, in particular what's gone on the last 12 months. And they don't know the help, but it's great, when you end up finding them, or I end up finding them, or someone else, and Cara ends up working with them, Rob does, Tony Carver, who's on the call, she does, Dom does, out of bloody everyone. So it's so important, but actually then it's the benefit they get from us, and a lot of time we don't see that. Because I know a lot of the time, for example, your copywriter, Kelly Chester, if I played her on pretend she didn't really know your graphic designer, you ended up telling her about this graphic designer you've got.
Yeah.
And he's like, look, he's affordable. He's also starting up. You know, have a chat with him. He's really good. He's sorted all mine out. And that's so important. But why is that just as important to you as I know it is for me?
Because Buffalo isn't just me. I don't see it that way. Like the main thing for me that confuses people is I always say we, and they're like, oh, I thought you were just a sole trader. I thought it was just you. And I was like, well, it is, but it's not just me that's put work into my business. So it's nice to be able to give outwards again. Like I've always done a lot of community work anyway.
Yeah.
So, you know, I've worked in care homes, I've volunteered at, you know, the Blind Society. I used to do a lot of charity work growing up. And for me, if I'm successful, I don't want to keep that for myself.
Yeah.
So if there's other people out there that can help me and I can mutually help them, especially people that do need an extra leg up at the minute, then that is just perfect to me. Like I don't want to go to necessarily a big corporation and be like, oh, do my graphic design. It might be faster, it might be, well, it'd definitely be dearer, but I want to be able to go to other people that are in the same position as me, because if I help them, hopefully they'll help me out as well.
I love it. And then on a note to finish off, I think you're actually number 2, right? I'm sorry, you're not number 1. You're the second person in Kwak Academy. What do you think to the concept? What do you think to it?
What do you mean second?
Cara was actually number 1. I'm really sorry.
Ah, damn it. Loving it so far. And I especially like the fact that it is business support for people who wouldn't necessarily be able to afford business support. So especially for younger people. But it's there for everybody. And it is literally for the same price as Netflix. And we all have Netflix. Some of us mooch off others.
Yeah, you know, but it really, really is. And I said something
It's
to
so
someone
important
yesterday.
to have that.
Yeah, I said something to someone yesterday, which is, for once, which is quite rare in anyone's personal brand, it's not about me. Yeah, it might have Kwak in the name, but it's not about me. The concept isn't around me. Technically, I want to get to a point where you very rarely see my face in it. It's not for me. It's by the members and for the members, which is really
community support.
Yeah, which is really cliche, but it is. Unless there's an issue, you know, like something breaks or something like that, then I'm there. But it's by the members for the members. It's not something just about my name to be blathered all over it.
Oh, that's it.
So,
half the reason I started networking was to bounce off other business owners because I didn't know any. So I felt kind of like, oh, well, I'm going to give this a go. I've got a general idea of what I need to do, but I've not got that like third party experience to kind of bounce off. So joining networking, I was able to do that with other business owners. And that's the good thing with Kwak Academy is you're going to have, you know, all of the people that some are ahead of you, some are behind you, some are at the same stage as you, and you can all like bounce off each other. So I quite like that. It's really good. And
I love it. And in the words of Cara, I think I'm going to say this right. Nah, 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 nah. I think I've said that right. If I have, I really hope you laughed at that. But yeah, no, honestly, it's great. And would you agree that people need to be part of the first 100?
100%.
Because once we get to 101 people, up to the 200th mark, it goes up to £20 a month. It's currently £10. It goes up to 20, and that's it. There's no other smoke. There's no other smoke and mirrors in it. Is there, Becky? I've even said to you, there's no smoke and mirrors.
No, I'll take 6.
Nothing else costs you any more money. That is it. £10 a month. So on that note, Becky, thank you so much for that shameless plug. You know,
always.
Thank you so much for being on the show. And obviously, everyone can catch this replay on YouTube as of next week. You can catch the replay now by putting #replay in the comments. Becky, so long. Speak to you soon. Thank you so much for coming on.
Adios.
Bye. Oh, I love that girl. On that note, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in today. And tomorrow we have a lovely, lovely guest, and I'm so happy to be bringing him back. It's Phil Fieldhouse from Fieldhouse Sustainability, talking about how you can earn money by making your business a little bit more sustainable, if not quite a lot more sustainable. I shouldn't say a little, they wouldn't appreciate that. Anyway, on that note, have a fabulous day. And in the words of Mandana, if you can't be good, be careful. If you can't be careful, you know, don't get caught. I couldn't scroll fast enough.